Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Charlie Fibrosis, and tonight we're going to do something rather interesting. So we are going to be racing on the Gran Turismo track Midfield. In Assetto Corsa, we are going to be driving the Coyote Corvette DP from 2014. This is going to be painted up, or is running to look like the number 99 GAINSCO car that Alex Gurney, Jon Fogarty, and Mimo Rojas drove. Now we do have a few supercars in here. We're going to make it kind of like a endurance race or so, just a little bit shorter in terms of the laps and so. But hopefully we're going to have a bit of a fun time. Few Corvettes by Coyote, few Dallara Corvettes. So we got Jordan and Ricky Taylor, for example, there, Richard Westbrook, Mac McMurray, and the Orca. So we've got a host of different drivers. We do have a couple of vintage cars. We have a couple of 911s running, some Mustangs. But yeah, personally, I love the Corvette, the Coyote Corvette specifically. They actually feel really, really well gripped. They feel really clean and easy to get on a track with. And midfield is kind of interesting, so let's go and have a good race. Now there are going to be some issues with the AI. I just know it. I expect it, but yeah, there is something about these Daytona prototype Corvettes that just like, I think it has to do with how they're balanced. Like, they slide, but there is so much downforce, especially on the back end, that yeah, you're sliding around in them, but they grip back onto the track. Like, they're not impossible to spin, but they are much harder to compared to a lot of other race cars, especially endurance cars. Like, they just feel good on the track. And they got power too. Like, you can run them in a lower gear, and we're gonna spin it. Yep, we're gonna loop it around, but like I said, it's not impossible, but it is harder to do. Like, it actually feels pretty evenly balanced in front to rear. Let's bump up the brake bias to about 60. Yeah, so we're gonna have more front brake bias. We'll see how a lap feels with that. As we hit a cone, we didn't even really lose a lot of track position. So 25 laps times 24 times distance, so we will have to race in the night. We're gonna make a move on the outside to make a move then to the inside. And just listen to that engine. The engine just sounds so grumbly, so fierce, so hard. Alright, so car didn't handle exactly as to how I wanted it to in that case. Not the end of the world. We just maybe need to dial back on the front. Let's pump it down to 58. Get a little bit more rear brake in the car now. Definitely sliding the front tire, so that's not really the best. Do tap the outside wall, not a big deal. But still feels pretty balanced. Okay, that's an issue. Alright, we're gonna have to restart. The moment that the suspension gets knocked, that's where the problem's going to be. It's just such a fast and simple car too. That's the other nice thing. However, I do not like it in the cockpit. It is very, very cramped. Alright, let's dial back the brakes a little bit more. So we got a Ford GT off the racetrack. And that's a slide. We're only gonna lightly knacker the nose and back end. The biggest thing is, like, so if we get suspension damage, if something in the suspension gets damaged, then it's all over. Like, we won't be able to drive. I think the big thing is just kind of finding the right balance in the car. That time we got just a little bit too hard on the brakes. The front tires locked up. Back end got loose. Mix of appropriate brake pressure too. And control. We did not have control. The crazy thing about the Daytona prototypes is technically, while they are not the fastest car on the track, but they usually did pretty good, especially at Daytona. Big slide by the back end of the car there as we managed to keep it under control. I want to make a pass here. I think we're going to go ahead and make the pass. We weren't in the next gear. We couldn't power through. But we are going to make that move on the outside now. Whether the car is going to handle enough in the first turn that it actually works. Pretty even, but we're going to have to give up position. Oh my god. That car just does not know how to go through those S's. And they're shallow S's. They're like really easy to make through. You could pretty much just drive a straight line through them. But anyway, I've driven the Daytona prototype on the Daytona road course in this game. And there is just something about, I think these are V8 engines. There's something about the power and balance of this car that is just really easy and really fun to drive. Obviously, this is a very different track from Daytona, so it's interesting to see how it handles, but it still has a lot of the positives for it. Like, it feels good on weight balance in the front and the rear. It actually doesn't, its torque is not so bad that you're like spinning the tires whenever you get on the power. And it is decently pretty maneuverable. You just kind of, like I said, you just kind of have to apply the right brake pressure to be able to get through some of the turns. And that's another piece too, is this is a sequential paddle shifter type race car. And luckily there's a lockout mechanism that if you are reaching a certain speed and a certain level of RPM, you cannot accidentally downshift and blow the engine. It will have an electronic lock to keep you from blowing the engine by a mishift. And that is something that's kind of nice. Is I mean, it's definitely available on like Formula cars, like F1, IndyCar, etc. It's nice to have it on a sports car. So if we see here, we have crossed the line. We are in 5th place on lap 5. We are probably going to hit nightfall here in a few laps. But right now, it's nothing but the Daytona prototypes in the, if not at the top of the board, like close. Just different manufacturers. One is Delora, one is Coyote. Like these, really as it gets, like these cars handle a lot better than the stock Lamar. These handle a lot better than the traditional stock Lamar branded Corvettes. Now we're obviously burning up our tire pretty badly, especially that left front. I thought I was going to be able to sling to the inside, and I just tapped his rear bumper. Yep, there goes the digital lock. There's one of the Orcas. Oh, no, that's another vet. Alright, so we're in 3rd place. We are on the podium. A little bit of back end slide, but nothing terrible. Passing a Mustang on the inside. Be a little bit too aggressive by me there. Right, power by to the inside. We're going to take 2nd place. Alright, sun is starting to set. And this is where it's going to get dangerous, because once that sun sets, I am not a strong night driver by any means. But that is where it's going to come into play, that you remember your braking points and you stay consistent. think I see the leader up there. Ah, there we go. There's the lights. And I think I found the other Corvette. Alright, so headlights are on. Lap 11 out of 25. Alright, here's where the tricky part comes. Alright. There's a Dodge in the way. Oh. Luckily we were in high enough a gear that we didn't immediately kick the throttle in and have the issue of it just sliding. So the Vipers would be competing in the Grand Touring division. With luck, we will not have to pit. Oh no. There goes the suspension, there goes my lights. I wondered if I blew a tire. I've lost all the steering. Oh, crap. Well, we're not going to win, but we are going to have to pit. Because I cannot drive this without steering. It is just getting worse and worse each moment that I'm on the track. So we're going to have to do repairs. And I can't steer with the car this cockeyed. I've got it about maybe... I've probably got it kicked off to about 10 o'clock. Maybe with luck, by getting the repairs done and everything, we can be able to actually have a better shot at catching up to the leaders. Hopefully this will not take long. Repair body and suspension. Yeah, let's get new tires too. Alright. So the wheel should be fixed here in a minute. It's going to take a little bit longer on the repairs, but that's okay. Going to fall back to 7th in the race overall. We can kick it. Oh, okay. It auto pit limits us to 50 miles an hour. Alright, tires are slick, so I gotta keep that in mind. We can't afford another hit to the outside wall. So I'll let the tires get up to temp. Into the brakes. Alright, here comes the night portion, which I hate. Yep, that is a Porsche. And we're gonna have to navigate around. Let's go to the outside. Throw it up into the corner. Up the hill, throttle down. Alright, now this is where it gets tricky, because there's not much lighting. That's back end damage. There's not much lighting around the track, so my reprieve is going to be kind of in the tunnels. And we have to kind of keep an eye out for cars up ahead. I think that nope, that is just track lighting. I was hoping that those were car headlights. I may have put too much gas in the car, in fairness. Which is probably in part why I'm having some handling issues. The back end is so overloaded with fuel that's not as evenly balanced. Because I don't think we needed 58 liters of fuel. But hey, that's my mistake. Those are definitely car lights up ahead. Yep, even on the track map I can confirm that. How long is it going to be, though? That's the big question. There's a car disabled off on the side of the racetrack. Got no one behind us. Alright, we got a host of cars up ahead, probably lap traffic in the way. It's right there in the final 2 turns. I actually feel pretty comfortable. Alright, so that's going to be 6th place. Made a gutsy move there. Porsche's going to get in the way. Following the tire tracks. 4th gear, 5th gear. We got a car passing. No, not passing. He's just right on our rear bumper. Fifth place. As we're beating this car slowly to death. Power down. Shoot to the inside. Tires are finally starting to get some heat in them. Right, that is probably another position sitting right in front of us. Lap 20 out of 25, we're getting close to the end. That looks like a Viper, so that is not going to be a pass for position. I'll say this much. I think two things. One, had I not overdriven the car and hit the wall, busting out my headlights, and knocking the toe out, I really do think that we probably could have had a chance to win. I really do think that. The other piece is had we not then also overloaded the car with fuel unnecessarily, I think we'd be in a better situation there too. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. Now that is a pair of lights, so we might be able to take away fourth. Ah, it's just a push. That must be another Porsche up ahead. Lap 23. Looks like that may be a lap car in the way of a lead lap car. Nope, there's just two back markers. Is on the final lap. Leon is very far ahead. Damn, that Dodge was putting up a fight. Has taken the checkered flag by this point. See if we can charge up the hill. The tires will let us. There's a sliding car. We're going to shoot to the inside. We're not going to gain any position, but we are going to get 5th place. All right. That wasn't too bad, actually. That was not bad at all. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and exit. We'll get the results. 1 minute, 10 second, .938. Best lap around the midfield track in our Coyote Corvette DP. And Richard Westbrook. So would you look at that? The Corvettes came to play in this race. So yeah, Richard Westbrook with the big win. Jordan Taylor, Ricky Taylor, and 2nd and 4th respectively. Barbosa in 3rd. The Carreras, the Porsche Carreras, dead last, as kind of expected, but overall, that was really, really fun. Honestly, the Dodge Vipers, I don't think that they're best handled from a track like that because they don't have anything like traction control, and they're also cars from 1995. Like, they're going up against cars from the modern age, so of course the modern cars are going to handle and race a lot better, but that was really, really fun. So, yeah, 5th place. I think we started 5th, actually. So, guys, thank you all for watching. That was really fun. Hopefully to do another one here sometime soon.